All right, good evening, sports fans, and welcome to the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network for tonight's action from the Epic Basketball League. My name is Dave Little, and I am coming to you live from the Dave Cave with action pitting the Philadelphia 76ers against the Houston Rockets. This should be an interesting contest as these two teams are number 2 and number 3 in the Silver Division. Let me move the game window here to the side so we can take a look at the standings. And as you know, this is a 20-game season and it's a relegation league. So we have the top two teams in the Silver Division will move up to the Gold Division for 72-73. And right now it is a dogfight with Baltimore on top by one game, Houston and Philadelphia battling for that second spot, Golden State still in the running, and even Boston and Seattle are not out of it yet. But tonight's contest between Houston and Philadelphia will be a doozy. And of course, Los Angeles still on the top of the Gold Division, although they did get beat last week here on the channel by the Chicago Bulls, who are in second place, just a game back. So that pride spot for the top overall team in the NBA is still well in play in this 20-game season. Well, Cincinnati is certainly headed down to the Silver Division for next year. Atlanta and Milwaukee battling it out to see who can survive and stay gold. So let's take a look at tonight's autoplay games. Starting off with, let's start with the Bronze Division. What do we got here? We've got Detroit and Cleveland facing off in the Bronze Division. So we will run that game on the autoplay mode. Looks like a close game through the first quarter. And a pause here, and we jump to the finish. And it is a win for Detroit. So Detroit goes to 6-3, improving their hopes of a Silver Division promotion for next season. As we finish that one off, Dave Bing with 25 points, Bob Lanier with 13 rebounds in the victory for the visiting Pistons. Now we will also take a look at, looks like that is it for the Bronze Division tonight. Up in the Silver Division, we've got the two of the teams fighting to avoid relegation, Seattle and Boston. Let's take a look at the Supersonics and the Celtics. And it is the visiting Supersonics who have jumped out to the lead. And they win it 115-93, a 20-point victory for Seattle. As Lenny Wilkins, the veteran point guard player coach with 28 points, and Spencer Haywood 13 rebounds for Seattle as they pull into a tie with Boston. And they're going to be chasing Golden State, who is facing the division-leading Baltimore Bullets here tonight. So let's take a look at that game. And it is the homestanding Golden State team in the lead. And Golden State holds on for an 8-point victory. So Golden State moves up to 6-5, and that gives them a 2-game cushion over the two teams that are clawing to try and keep from getting relegated to the next season. Nice game for Cazzie Russell, 35 points. And Clyde Lee, 18 rebounds in that one. And now that takes us up to the Gold Division matchups for tonight. We'll come back to Baltimore or to Philadelphia and Houston later. Let's take a look at our Gold Division matchups. We'll start with the hapless Cincinnati Royals. Managed to win their second game of the season last week. Let's see if luck continues to be on their side here tonight against the Chicago Bulls. Close game, it looks like. Chicago pulling away. And it is a 114-87 win for Chicago. As they pull away from that one, Chicago moves to within a half game of Los Angeles, and Cincinnati drops further down to 2-11. Now let's see what the Lakers can do against the Atlanta Hawks. as Atlanta is battling to stay out of the cellar. And this is, boy, Atlanta's holding their own against the mighty Lakers, but the Lakers pull out the 6-point victory. And they will improve to 10-3 and remain a full game ahead of Chicago, although they're even in the loss column. Lou Hudson for Atlanta with 31 points. And Will Chamberlain, 20 rebounds for the Lakers. Okay, our last autoplay of the night will be two middle-of-the-pack teams in the Gold Division, the New York Knicks and the Milwaukee Bucks. The Milwaukee Bucks, last year's winners, went 20-0 in the regular season. They're only 5-7 this year. And we'll see how they do against the Knickerbockers. Close game here, but it is the homestanding Milwaukee Bucks that take the victory by 7 over New York. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, your league scoring leader, comes up with 33 points in that one. Okay, that takes us through our autoplay games tonight. Let's head to Houston and the Hoff-Hines Pavilion for the Houston Rockets against the Philadelphia 76ers. This, of course, the first year in Houston for the Rockets, the first NBA team ever to hit Texas was the 1971-72 Houston Rockets, having moved over from San Diego the previous season. Looks like we've got the starting lineup here for Philadelphia. We might need to give them some help here with a backup small forward if we can. We'll play that one as we go. But Hal Greer is the veteran starting at point guard. He is in his 14th year out of Marshall, and he is a good one. Fred Carter gets the start at the shooting guard, and it is Fred Foster getting the start from Miami of Ohio, fourth-year man. It looks like Bill Bridges is unavailable tonight. He is their usual starting small forward and a rebounding machine, but he is on the injury list, it looks like, tonight. Bill Cunningham gets the start at the power forward, and I'll bet you he can spell at the power forward. So we'll work with that. And Bob Rule is your center. Cunningham is the leading scorer, 19.3 points per game, good enough for 20th overall in the NBA. Bob Rule is number 5 in the league at block shots with 2.5 per game. And that is your Philadelphia starting lineup. Starting for Houston, it is Calvin Murphy, the exciting second-year man out of Niagara. He is averaging 19.5 points per game, which is good enough to put him in the top 20, and is number 5 in the league with 2.8 steals. Stu Lance, the veteran point guard, shooting guard out of Nebraska, gets the start. And Greg Smith out of Western Kentucky in at the small forward. Rudy Tomjanovich, a familiar name as a coach, coached the championship Rockets teams in the 90s with Hakeem Olajuwon and Clyde Drexler. Kenny Smith is part of that group. But he is just in his second year in the league out of Michigan in the 71-72 season. And your starting center, of course, is the big man Elvin Hayes. 23.6 points per game. That puts him in the top 10. He's in the top 5 rebounders at 14.8 per game. As we say, good evening to Kent Blaylock, SDG Replays. Check out that wonderful channel. And we are ready for action here in Houston at the Hoff-Hines Pavilion. As the starting lineups are introduced, the opening tip-off is controlled by Philadelphia, and this game is underway. Hal Greer running the point for the 76ers. Looking around to get the offense set up. They're going to look inside to Bob Rule. working down low against Elvin Hayes, posting up, spins left, puts it up, and the shot is blocked. Hayes got him. How about that? Fred Carter sneaks in for the offensive board and kicks it back out to Greer. They've got 15 on the shot clock. Open down low is Rule once again. He's going to try it again. Drop step into the lane, short jump shot, nothing but net. Philadelphia
Rule.
up 2-0. Nice play by Bob Rule. And Houston now has their first possession of the night. And they are going to look right inside to Rudy Tomjanovich. They like his mismatch down low against Billy Cunningham. Cunningham knocks it away. Tomjanovich picks it back up. His baseline jump shot is good, and we're tied at 2. Both teams converting on their first possession. And now it is the 76ers back on offense. Once again, they want Rule inside. They've got a low screen and roll going, so Rule has an open look against a much smaller Stu Lance. Strong move to the basket by Rule, lays it up and good.
Rule.
Nice motion offense to get Bob Rule free on that play. Philadelphia is up 4-2. Houston comes back with Murphy, being guarded tightly by Hal Greer. Murphy thinks he can take Greer off the dribble. Comes off the screen from Elvin Hayes, drives hard to the hole, lays it up and good.
Calvin Murphy.
Both teams now in good shape here. It is a 4-4 ball game. And Philadelphia back on offense. Fred Foster is open on the wing, but he has got a tough defensive assignment in Greg Smith. So he's going to be limited in what he can do. Now they set a pick for Foster. He comes off the screen. He's got Hayes. He's got room to pull the trigger on the jump shot. His jump shot from the wing is good. Foster on the hoop, 6-4 Philadelphia. Here come the Rockets. Murphy controlling it out on top. Cunningham comes out to meet him on the switch. Murphy's got a step and he drills it. And he is fouled on the play by Greer. That'll be one shot for Calvin Murphy, one of the great free throw shooters in NBA history is Calvin Murphy. 89% from the line in 71-72, and he makes that one look easy. 7-6 now, Houston leading the game. Philadelphia with the basketball. Once again, the open man down inside is Rule. He's in the paint. He pump fakes. He unloads and scores.
Rule.
Boy, both teams are on fire here, combining for 7 out of 8 field goal attempts here in the opening minutes. Houston now has a play set for Tomjanovich. He comes off the pick and has a mismatch against Greer. He steps into the lane. Oh, he misses that one. It's no good. Tipped up by Smith. No good. Rebound, Bob Rule. Not going to set any rebound records if both teams are shooting 60% or better from the field here tonight. Philadelphia with the lead and the basketball. Looking inside to Foster. Foster tries to dump it down low to Cunningham. Cunningham takes the pass on the baseline. His jump shot is way off. Stu Lance with the rebound for the Rockets. Back they come. Greg Smith has it down on the baseline. He wants to look inside to the open man, Elvin Hayes, down low. Can he get it down there? Double team on Hayes, and Cunningham is called for the push. A little too physical down there on the double team. This will be a one-shot opportunity for Elvin Hayes, looking to tie the game if he can connect here. Shot by Hayes is good. We're tied at 8. Philadelphia with it now under the leadership of Greer. Greer swings it over to Lance. Working outside against, actually it's Fred Carter working outside against Lance. Carter tries to get into the lane. Gets into the lane, lays it up with the left hand and good.
Carter from Cunningham.
Nice little give and go play there with Cunningham. Philadelphia back on top by 2. Murphy has it out on top against Greer. Murphy wants to get into the lane once again. Can he penetrate? No, he loses it out of bounds. The referee says it's off his own leg. Murphy not happy with that call, but that's a turnover, and the ball belongs once again to Philadelphia. Greer calls a play. They dump it down inside to Rule. Rule on the low block, backing down Hayes. Hayes gave him a shove, and the referees are going to call him on that one. That is his first foul of the night, and that will be a one-shot opportunity for Bob Rule. Rule, 70% free throw shooter, about average. He makes that one, and Philadelphia now is up by 3. Houston coming back. They've got Elvin Hayes loose down low. Once again, he's got a mismatch. Here comes the double team. Hayes gets the shot off. It's no good. Tomjanovich grabs the rebound and keeps that one alive. And he is going to try and send that back out on top. He gets it out there to Murphy. Murphy from the outside takes the jump shot, nails it.
Calvin Murphy.
And he's fouled on the play by Greer. That is going to be a second foul on Hal Greer. And he is going to have to come out of the ball game for Philadelphia. So we look to the bench, and just out of curiosity, I want to see what I can do with the okay, yeah, Barry Yates can come in at the small forward, it looks like. Although I'm having trouble getting him in there. Okay, yeah, so I can bring Yates in at the small forward if I do that. Okay, so we'll come back to that. Right now we just need to bring Kevin Lockery into the game at the point guard. Very solid backup, replacing Greer, who goes to the bench with the 2 fouls. It's a one-shot opportunity for Murphy, looking to tie the game, and he scores it. And we're tied at 11. Very high-scoring game here with just 3 minutes gone by. Philadelphia with the basketball. They look inside to Cunningham. Cunningham is a 10-rated inside player. He shoots one from the baseline. It's off the back iron and out. No good. Well defended by Hayes. Fred Carter sneaks in for another offensive rebound, and Philadelphia resets. Lockery with it out on top. Working against Murphy. Comes off a pick, gets into the lane, lays it up, and good.
Lowry from Carter.
Give the assist to Freddie Carter on that one. Philadelphia back on top by 2. Rockets with the basketball. It's in the hands of Murphy. Murphy once again sneaks into the lane, stops and pops from 6 feet, and that's good.
From Smith.
Murphy is on fire. He has got 10 points already here in the opening few minutes. And Houston has tied the game once again, as Calvin Murphy is getting it done. Philadelphia back on offense, tie ball game. They're going to look inside once again to Cunningham. He's their leading scorer. He's got it on the baseline. This time he tickles the twine. That's his first basket of the night. 15-13 76ers. Houston dumps it down inside to Tomjanovich. Backing down against Billy Cunningham. This will be a good battle tonight. 2 very fine players. Cunningham forces Tomjanovich out to 10 feet, but he hits the jump shot, and he is fouled by Lockery. That is 4 team fouls already on Philadelphia, as Rudy Tomjanovich goes to the line with an opportunity for a 3-point play. His free throw attempt is no good. Rebound is taken on the offensive glass by Elvin Hayes. Hayes with the putback attempt. It's no good. Tipped up by Tomjanovich, no good. Finally, Billy Cunningham comes out with it for Philadelphia. And after that scrum, Philadelphia has the opportunity to convert in transition. Lockery leading the break, dumps it off to Foster. And Foster's shot is blocked by Tomjanovich. Nice recovery by Rudy T. Smith on the rebound for Houston, and the Rockets will walk it back up as Philadelphia successfully gets back on transition defense. Under 8 minutes to play first quarter. Tie ball game, Houston with the basketball. Murphy has it out on top, guarded tightly by Lockery. Murphy's going to try to penetrate. Dribbles to his left. Foster steps over. Murphy misses the shot. Murphy wants a call, and he gets the call. He is fouled by Foster. This will be 2 shots for Calvin Murphy. Looking to extend that scoring as he hits the first. And Murphy already hits the second. He's already up to 12 points in just the opening 4.5 minutes. He is on fire here tonight. Philadelphia looking for some offense. Once again, they're going to look to Bob Rule. They've got him in a nice little offensive set with a mismatch against the shooting guard Lance. Rule puts that one in, and he is fouled hard by Lance. This is a 3-point opportunity for Bob Rule. Rule can put Philadelphia back out on top. He hits it. And the 76ers have an 18-17 lead, and Rule with 10 already here in the first quarter. Both teams still blistering the nets and running up the score here in the opening moments of the first quarter. Murphy's got it again against Lockery. This time he sees Stu Lance open on the wing. Jump shot by
Calvin Murphy from Lance.
Murphy got it over to Lance. Lance bounced it right back to Murphy. Murphy converted the jumper, give the assist to Lance. That is 14 for Murphy and 5 straight field goals. Houston up by 1. Now 7 minutes to play first quarter. With it is Foster on the wing. He's got a step coming off the screen. He's got an open look from the perimeter. It's no good. 15-footer bounced around and out. Murphy takes the rebound, and now Houston will run with it. Murphy in the lead. Will he take it himself? No, Carter reaches in on the pass over to Lance, and it will be Stu Lance going to the free throw line to shoot the bonus. 2 shots for Stu Lance, looking for his first points of the night. He converts the first. And misses the second. And the rebound is taken by Lockery. Philadelphia trailing by 2 with the basketball, looking to tie the game here as they dump it down in low to Cunningham. Cunningham working on Rudy T down low. And it's stolen away by Lance. Lance came over on the double team and took that one right away from Cunningham. Houston has the basketball. Still up by 2. Murphy sends it over to Lance. Lance is going to try and come off the screen. He gets into the lane. His finger roll is up and good.
Stu Lance from Smith.
Got that one from Greg Smith. That's 3 assists on the game for Greg Smith. And Houston is now up by 4. That's the biggest lead of the game for either team here in this high-scoring first quarter. Foster has it on the outside, working against Greg Smith. He wants to swing it out top to Carter. Carter with a step on the wing. Sends it over to Lockery. Shot by Lockery is up no good. Rebound by Elvin Hayes. And it looks like Houston has another opportunity in transition with the speedy Calvin Murphy running the show. He dumps it off to Lance. Lance goes for the layup. It's no good. Murphy sneaks in and grabs the offensive rebound, and he passes it back out for a fresh 24 seconds. And Murphy actually faked the pass, faked out the announcer, laid it up and good. He faked a pass back out on top. Totally befuddled the defense, laid that one up and good, and that is 16 points already for Calvin Murphy here in the opening 6 minutes of play. Murphy is putting on a show here at the Hoff-Heinz Pavilion, and he has got the Rockets up by 6. Philadelphia looking for an open man. Foster has it out on the wing. He is going to try and dump it down to Cunningham on the block. Can't find Cunningham. Gets it across court to Carter. Carter's shot is around the rim and batted away by Rule. That is going to be ruled basket interference by Rule. And the basket is waved off. Bob Rule got a little too anxious on that one and got it before it fell off the cylinder. Houston will take the basketball, looking to extend their 6-point lead. Lance with it on the perimeter. Tries to get into the lane once again. Houston on a 7-0 run. Lance cannot get that one to go, as Rule got him over and forced him to alter the shot. But Smith sneaks in to take the rebound. Smith with a putback attempt from 10 feet. That's no good. Tomjanovich gets the rebound. Here's a third opportunity for Houston. Rudy T has it stolen away by Lockery. Couldn't get the shot off. Philadelphia caught a break on that one as Houston had 3 cracks at it and could not score. Lockery has, in transition, Tomjanovich on him. On the left wing. Sends it over to Carter, swiped away by Greg Smith. Another nice play by Greg Smith. This time the Rockets will walk this one up. As SDG Replays observes that Murphy is killing them off the dribble. Indeed he is, and he's got another opportunity to take Lockery to school. Comes off the screen from Smith. This time he missed the layup. How about that? A rare miss for Murphy. Tipped up by Smith. Hayes takes the rebound off the glass. Hayes goes to the putback. Oh, and he's whistled for the offensive foul, and that's going to be 2 on Hayes. That's not going to help Houston's chances here tonight. As coming in to replace Hayes will be the backup center for Houston, Dick Cunningham. So we've got Cunninghams all around. And we'll let the starters go about another minute and a half. And at the 4-minute mark, as customary, we will bring in the bench guys. So Cunningham is into the game, playing this power forward position, playing the center position, and guarding Bob Rule. Thankfully, we don't have Cunningham on Cunningham. That would be just too much for this beleaguered play-by-play guy to handle. But they're going to look to Bob Rule. He's been the hot hand for Philadelphia here in the first quarter. They can't get it to Rule. Instead, it's Foster who is able to drive the lane, lays it up and good. 4 points for Fred Foster as Philadelphia cuts the lead to 4. Houston sets up the offense with Murphy. Murphy swings it over to Lance. Not a good pass. No one on the end of that pass, and that's a turnover. Philadelphia basketball. Sixers trying to cut further into this lead. They look inside to Cunningham. Can't find him down there. Instead, they get it to Carter. Defended by Lance. Pump fakes. Shoots a short jump shot, no good, but he is fouled on the play by Dick Cunningham, and that'll be 2 shots for Fred Foster. There's an observation in the chat room that Rule having 10 points is unusual. Let's see how he has done this season. In the replay, he's averaging 14, so 10 points is higher than expected, but not outlandish. Averaged 17 a game in the 1971-72 NBA season, averaging 14 on this replay. But yeah, 10 points here in the opening moments of the first quarter is quite a good effort from Bob Rule. Here's Fred Carter at the free throw line. Knocks down the first. Second free throw for Carter is also good. He's got 4 points tonight, and the lead is cut to 2. Under 5 minutes to play first quarter. Murphy has it out on top. Drops it down inside to Cunningham. Cunningham guarded very tightly by Bob Rule. He's going to try and get it back out on top to Murphy. He can't find Murphy, but he does manage to get a pass back, to get a shot up against Rule and scores that one. Nice shot for Dick Cunningham. A little unexpected burst of offense for Houston, and they go back up on top by 4. Philadelphia wants Billy Cunningham inside. Turnaround jump shot over Tomjanovich is no good. Dick Cunningham takes the rebound. Houston back on offense, leading by 4. Murphy with it now against Cunningham on the switch. Murphy's going to pull the trigger. No, we've got a whistle, and the play has been whistled dead, and it is an illegal defense warning against Philadelphia. I didn't know that was even a thing in 71-72. But that has been the whistle, so Philadelphia gets a warning. And Houston will restart the clock. 24 seconds to shoot. Murphy calling a play. Directing traffic, sends it over to Smith. Smith back to Murphy. Oh, and it's stolen away by Carter. Nice defense by Freddie Carter. And Philadelphia regains position. They look inside to Bob Rule. Working inside against Dick Cunningham. The pump fake, the shot is off the back iron, no good, but he is fouled on the play by Tomjanovich, and that will be 2 shots for Bob Rule. After the first shot, we'll get some subs in there. Rule connects on the first. He's got 11. And now we'll get the bench guys going for both teams. Houston, let's see, Elvin Hayes is remaining out with the 2 fouls. Cliff Mealy will come in to play the power forward. Dick Gibbs will come in at the small forward. Mike Newland at the shooting guard. And in to play the point will be Johnny Egan. Egan, a 10th-year man out of Providence, the veteran. This will be his last season in the NBA, as he would retire after the season. Now for Philadelphia, Rule has to remain on the bench. We're going to bring Yates into the game to replace Fred Foster, if it will let us do that. Maybe it won't. We'll get the rest of the backups in here. We'll let Lockery stay on. Double click to sub for Foster at small forward. Okay, we want Barry Yates. So we double click on him. There we go. All right, we've got it working. And we'll need to get Bob Rule over to the bench at the next dead ball. But for now, Rule is at the free throw line. He hits the second. That's 12 points for Rule. And once again, the lead is cut to 2. Both teams still shooting above 52% on the game. And we are at a very high scoring pace. Philadelphia, of course, the second leading offensive team in the league here in this Epic Basketball League replay season. Johnny Egan running the point, squaring off against Dave Wall. He looks to distribute. Can't find anybody. Takes the outside jump shot. It's around and out. Rebounded by Dick Cunningham, but he traveled with it. And now we have a dead ball opportunity for Philadelphia to come back with the backup center, Dennis Autry. And now all the subs are in, and we'll keep them in until the 8-minute mark of the second quarter. All right, the open man for Philadelphia is Lucius Jackson, another veteran. They get it down to him working against Mealy. He lays it up and good.
Jackson from Wall.
Give the assist to Wall, and now we're tied. 26 all. Egan running the offense. Looking at Kevin Lockery on defense. This time he's going to try to get to the glass. See if he can take Lockery off the dribble. He gets into the lane, finds Mealy on the low post. Mealy takes the 10-footer. He can't get it to fall. Autry takes the rebound for Philadelphia. 76ers with a chance to regain the lead here with 3 minutes to play in the first quarter. Lockery working against Egan. Lockery into the lane. Dishes it off inside to Autry. Autry's jump shot is no good, but he is knocked down on the play by Gibbs, and that will be 2 shots for Dennis Autry. Autry steps to the line, second-year man out of Santa Clara. His first shot is off the rim, no good. 65% free throw shooter in the NBA season, and he hits the second. That gives Philadelphia the 1-point lead. Under 3 to play here in the first quarter. The open man for Houston is Newland. They get it to Newland on the wing. He drives. He runs into Wall. He puts the shot up. It is good. Will we get a call? No call on the play, but Newland gets the basket, and that puts Houston back up on top. Philadelphia runs the offense. Second unit runs around. Gets it inside to Autry, working against Dick Cunningham. Autry steps into the lane. His short jump shot is good.
Autry from Lowry.
That's 3 points for Autry. Philadelphia back on top. These bench minutes seem kind of inconsequential. It's a bunch of guys that we don't have as much familiarity with. But last week we saw that the Chicago bench completely owned the Lakers, and that made a huge difference in last week's ball game. So we'll see if anything of that magnitude happens here tonight in Houston. Egan sets the offense. They dump it down low to Dick Cunningham. Cunningham steps away from the basket, looks to distribute. Let's see if he can find anybody. He can't. He loses it out of bounds, but Houston will keep possession. Autry knocked that one away. Rockets will have 7 seconds on the shot clock to make something happen. They get it to Gibbs. Gibbs on the perimeter. Takes the jump shot. No good, off the iron. A little too long, rebound Autry. Philadelphia basketball. Under 2 minutes to play as they get it inside to Yates on the low block. Yates trying to post up against the smaller Gibbs. Lays it up, no good. Taken down by Mealy on the rebound. Houston has numbers in transition. This looks like fun. Egan dumps it off to Gibbs. Gibbs missed the layup. No good. Rebounded by Cunningham. Cunningham tosses it back out to Egan. Houston with a fresh 24-second clock. Looking to regain the lead. They swing it around once again to Gibbs on the perimeter. Corner jump shot. This time he nailed it.
Dick Gibbs.
Nothing but the bottom of the net. And with a minute and a half to go in the first quarter, Houston is back up on top by 1. Lockery sets the offense. He finds Dennis Autry on the low block. Working against Dick Cunningham. His short jump shot is good.
Autry from Lowry.
Autry has given Philadelphia 5 points off the bench in just under 3 minutes of play. So he has been the spark, and Philadelphia is back on top. Houston runs the offense. They get a screen inside to Mealy. Mealy's going to try and get one up over Lucius Jackson. This will be a tough shot, and he cannot get it to fall. Off the glass, no good. Nice defense by Lucius Jackson. Jackson grabs the rebound. Outlet pass to Lockery. Lockery on the fast break lays it up and good.
Lowry from Wall.
Very nice outlet pass by Autry. He continues to be the spark here for Philadelphia. As the 76ers now lead by 3. That's their biggest lead of the night. Gibbs has it on the perimeter. He is one of their better offensive weapons coming off the bench. He's got a room to look at a jump shot over Yates, and he nails it. Good shot there by Dick Gibbs, a rookie out of Texas El Paso, and averaging about 12 minutes a game. And it is Philadelphia basketball still leading by 1, 40 seconds to play first quarter. And at the end of the first quarter, we'll have a special announcement from the Dave Cave. Something a little different at the first quarter break. Philadelphia sets the offense. On the outside with it is Wohl, working against Mike Newland. From the outside, takes it in. Mealy stripped it and stole it. Houston has numbers in transition. Egan's got 2 forwards on either side. He dumps it off to Gibbs. Gibbs lays it up and good.
Dick Gibbs from Mealy.
That's 6 points off the bench for Dick Gibbs. And we have 24 seconds to go, 24 on the shot clock. The shot clock is just ahead of the game clock, so Philadelphia will have to run the offense here. They cannot hold for the final shot. They get it to Wohl. 17 on the game clock. Wohl looks to distribute. Can't find anybody. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Wohl's going to take it inside. He drives. He lays it up. It's off the rim and no good. But he is fouled on the play by Cunningham. And we have Wohl at the line for 3 to make 2. 3 to make 2, always a good time for a bathroom break or a trip to the concession stand. Wohl makes the first point of the game. Second shot by Wohl is good. 2 points for Wohl. Philadelphia back on top. Houston's only got 3 seconds. Let's see if they can do anything with it. We'll let the CPU call the play. Egan to Cunningham. Gibbs with a jump shot at the buzzer. No good.
At the end of the first quarter, Philadelphia 35, Houston 34.
All right, that is the end of the first quarter. And I am going to do something a little different here before we get back to the game. I am not the most prolific card collector in the world, but I have had a little renewed interest in card collection since I started watching other card collectors conduct their business on YouTube. So I did add a couple of cards to my collection this past week. The first card I will display is an autographed 1993 Roger Pavlik. So you may be saying, why Roger Pavlik? And the reason why Roger Pavlik, and I'm getting some glare on the screen, I can tell. This is not the best way to do this. Roger Pavlik, I am currently replaying the 1993 baseball season, along with my friends at the Historical Baseball Project. I've done a couple of recap videos for that league, and I am managing both the Cincinnati Reds and the Texas Rangers. And this gentleman, Roger Pavlik, threw a no-hitter for the Texas Rangers in April. He did the no-hit deed against the Baltimore Orioles of 1993. And to celebrate that event, I went on to eBay and picked up an autographed 1993 Roger Pavlik baseball card. So that was my first edition. Also, I have a 2005 autograph of Jake Peavy. This is my other addition to my card collection this week. And you ask, why Jake Peavy? If you watch the channel, or if you were watching the channel this past spring, I did a baseball tournament using 32 teams called the Best Team I've Ever Seen tournament. These were all teams that I had seen live in their home major league stadiums as part of my baseball journeys. Between 1988 and 2016, I managed to visit every major league city and see every major league team in their home park at the time. I haven't seen every current stadium. I saw some, for example, I saw a game in the Astrodome, haven't been back to Houston to see the new park, that sort of thing. But I made the cycle to see every team in their home park. And then I took those 32 teams and ran a tournament. And the winner of the tournament, believe it or not, was the 2005 San Diego Padres. They defeated the 2003 Chicago White Sox, or no, excuse me, it was the '05 Padres beat the '03 White Sox, and the MVP of the tournament was Jake Peavy, who was pretty much unhittable the entire tournament, threw a shutout in the final series. And so to commemorate that completion of that tournament, I went out to YouTube or to eBay and found a Jake Peavy autographed card. So those are two new additions to my card collection. And now we will head back to the ball game. All right, so I hope you enjoyed that little special feature. Happy to hear your comments. If you like that, didn't like that, maybe I'll do that from the tabletop next time, where you get a better look at the cards and the camera, and you won't have all the wiggling and jiggling. Let's take a look at the box score from the first quarter. Very high scoring first quarter, 35-34 in favor of Philadelphia. The shooting percentages, 59% for the 76ers. Houston cooled down and ended up at 48%. But Murphy, look at Murphy, 6 for 7 from the field, 4 for 4 from the free throw line for a 16-point first quarter. Nearly half of the Rockets' points. You know it's bad when the one of the stars of the game has 0 points. Greg Smith, a couple rebounds, 3 assists. Got him onto the stars page here. But it was Murphy with the 16 points, 6 of 7 shooting, who was sensational in that first quarter. Philadelphia, though, 59% shooting for the quarter. Bob Rule with 12. 5 off the bench for Autry. 4 off the bench for Lockery to go with 3 assists. He got some extra time there due to the foul trouble faced by Hal Greer. So that is your first quarter box score. Let's head back to the ball game. All right, so we have got the bench mob still in the game for Philadelphia, and we will keep them out there. We'll keep an eye on Lockery if he gets fatigued, and we'll keep the bench guys out for Houston as well. Everybody looks to be pretty fresh to start the quarter. And when we hit the 8-minute mark, we'll bring the starters back. Here we go for quarter number 2. Houston controls the tip. They trail by 1. Dick Gibbs has it on the outside. He was the hot guy off the bench in the first quarter. He's going to pull the trigger this time and cannot get that one to go. Deep jump shot around and out. Mike Newland sneaks in for the offensive rebound. He is going to look to pass. He gets it back out to Gibbs. Gibbs is going to pull the trigger again. This time he hits it.
Dick Gibbs.
8 points for Dick Gibbs. And he is keeping things together for the Houston bench. Dick Gibbs, the rookie out of Texas El Paso. 8 points off the bench for the Rockets. Back comes Philadelphia with Lockery. Lockery over to Yates. Yates can't do anything with it against Gibbs. He looks to dump it inside to Autry. Can't find Autry. Gets it down to Lucius Jackson. Shot by Jackson is good. 4 points for the veteran Lucas Jackson. Philadelphia back on top. The open man for Houston is Newland. Newland from the outside takes it to the hoop. He's fouled by Jackson. That is the first on Jackson. We have had 14 lead changes today. This will be a one-shot opportunity for Mike Newland. 75% free throw shooter on the season. He hits it. 3 points for Newland. Once again, we're tied. The open man for Philadelphia on the offense is Yates. He works into the lane. Dumps it down to Jackson. Jackson posts up against Mealy. His shot is no good. Around the iron and out. Rebounded by Mike Newland for the Rockets. Rockets look to go back out on top. Egan sends it over to Newland. Newland takes it into the lane. Newland with the layup. It's no good. Collision with the play, and the foul is called on Jackson. That is 2 quick ones on Jackson here to open quarter number 2. And Mike Newland goes back to the free throw line. Newland's first shot is good, putting Houston back on top. Second shot for Newland, also good. 3 for 3 for Newland from the line. Houston back on top by 2. Lockery sends it over to Wohl. Philadelphia runs the motion offense. They get Autry free down low off the screen, working against Dick Cunningham. He's got a good look at it, but cannot get it to fall. Rebound is taken by Dick Cunningham, and Houston this time will walk it up the court. They get it to Newland in the transition game. Newland's going to try and beat Wohl into the lane, but we've got a whistle and a brief stoppage of play as John Egan is shaken up, but he will remain in the game. And Houston will restart the offense. They look inside to Mealy. Mealy scoreless on the game, working down low against Lucius Jackson. Short jump shot by Mealy is blocked. Dennis Autry came over and swatted him on the help. Gibbs takes the rebound, passes it back out to Newland. Newland looks to get into the lane. 13 on the shot clock. Newland swings it over to Gibbs. Gibbs from 15 is no good. Somebody got him on the arm. That is called on Lockery. And already, Philadelphia has picked up 3 quick team fouls. Jack Ramsey, the coach of the 76ers, imploring the referees to keep it fair as Gibbs steps to the line, hits the free throw. And that is 9 points for Dick Gibbs. Strong performance off the bench here in the first half. Gibbs misses a second. Lockery takes the rebound. And Philadelphia brings it back the other way, now trailing by 3, 40-37, as they get it on the outside to Wohl. Wohl looks to drive. And he lowers his shoulder and he's called for the charge. Philip Reynolds, hey Dave, just saw a thumping at Jacobs Field. Tell me, Philip, who thumped who? Welcome to the chat room, Phillips. I'm looking forward to hear who thumped who. Yes, Houston with the basketball and a 3-point lead. Looking to extend that as Johnny Egan sets up the offense. What are they going to do? Egan is stared down by Lockery. He looks to distribute. Swings it over to Newland. Newland cuts into the lane. Dishes the ball off to Cunningham. Cunningham tries to get it back to Newland on the give and go, but that's a bad pass and that's a turnover. Philadelphia regains possession. 9:35 to play second quarter. The open man for the Sixers is Autry down low. His short jump shot from the baseline is no good. Autry looks for a call, doesn't get the call. Dick Cunningham takes the rebound, and Houston regains possession. They dump it down inside to Dick Cunningham. He comes off the screen. And, oh, look at this. Dick Gibbs is hurt, torn pectoral injury. He's leaving the game, but he should be back. That is one incredible man. Dick Gibbs tore his pec, but that is not going to keep him out of the ball game. Greg Smith back into the game for Houston as Gibbs is sidelined after that very fine performance off the bench in the first half. Houston with the basketball, inbounding from the side. 11 seconds on the shot clock. Open for Houston is Newland. Newland from the outside. Gives a nice ball fake, gets into the lane. His 10-footer is blocked. Autry came over and got him. Smith takes the rebound, passes it back out to Egan. 4 seconds now on the shot clock. Egan's going to have to pull the trigger himself. No, he dumps it over to Smith. Smith from 8 feet. That's around the rim and out. Rebounded by Jackson, but we've got a loose ball foul, and they're going to call that on Barry Yates. And it will be Cliff Mealy going to the free throw line. Let's get some subs in here as folks are looking tired. We'll bring Greer back into the game, along with Freddie Carter and Fred Foster. Billy Cunningham back into the game, and Bob Rule. So all 5 starters back in for Philadelphia. From the Houston bench, we need to leave Mealy out there to shoot his free throws. Elvin Hayes comes back into the game. Greg Smith is at full speed here as Gibbs, the other small forward, is shaken up. Lance and Murphy back in to run the backcourt. And Houston's ahead by 3. So the bench is played about even. As Mealy steps to the free throw line, and he connects. His first point of the night for Cliff Mealy, the rookie out of Colorado. He was considered the best player in Colorado basketball history until a guy named Chauncey Billups came along and took over those accolades. All right, Philadelphia trails by 4, under 9 to play in the second quarter. And they have got their starting 5 back out there. Hal Greer running the offense for the 76ers. Calling a play. They get it to Foster on the outside. Foster tries to take it into the lane. Steps around Greg Smith. There's a collision with Smith. No call. Foster's layup is around the rim and out. Mealy grabs the rebound, but he is called for the loose ball foul. And that will give us the opportunity to get Mealy to the bench and bring Rudy Tomjanovich back into the game. So now all the starters are in for the rest of the second quarter. 8:42 to play as action continues with Foster at the free throw line, a 76% free throw shooter. And he hits it. Nothing but net. 3-point lead for Houston with the basketball. Murphy back on the point after a good rest. Swings it over to Lance. They set a screen for Lance to try and free him up in the lane. He gets into the perimeter. He spins. He drives. He shoots. He scores.
Stu Lance from Tom.
Nice move by Stu Lance. He has got 5 on the game. Houston is up by 5. Philadelphia has the basketball with Carter. Carter's going to try and take advantage of Lance in the lane. He gets to the hole. His shot is blocked. Blocked away by Murphy. Murphy got him from behind. Very alert help side defense from Murphy. Lance comes out of there with the rebound, and Houston has possession. Lance with it on the outside. He's got a step to fire off the jumper, and he nails it.
Stu Lance.
Stu Lance heating things up for the Rockets. They now lead by 7. That's their biggest lead of the game. Philadelphia looks inside to Cunningham. They want to get him going. They can't get it to him. Fred Carter pulls the trigger from deep. That's no good. Tipped around by Foster. Cunningham comes up with it off the offensive glass. He pump fakes. He lays it up. He missed it. Cunningham missed the putback. Greg Smith takes the rebound for Houston. Good opportunity wasted by Philadelphia on that possession. Cunningham should have made that one. They get it inside to Rudy T. Works it down low against Cunningham. Short jump shot for Tomjanovich is up and good.
Tomjanovich from Smith.
6 points for Rudy T. Give the assist to Greg Smith. That is his 4th assist of the night. Houston now up by 9. 47-38. Philadelphia needs to get something going here on the offensive end. Foster with it on the outside. He's going to try to get into the lane. A sweet reverse layup by Foster is good.
Foster from Cunningham.
Off the glass and good on the assist by Cunningham. Nice movement without the ball. Got him into the lane and got him freed for that basket. 7 on the night now for Foster. Houston with the basketball, leading by 7. Murphy swings it around. They've got it again to Lance. Lance has been the hot hand here in the second quarter. He probes his way into the lane. He gets free, lays another one up and good.
From Murphy.
Very nice two-man game by Murphy and Lance. Lance gets the score. Houston is back on top by 9. Open with it on the perimeter for Philadelphia is Carter. Drives it into the basket, gets into the lane, lays it up and good.
Carter.
Both teams are doing pretty much what they want to on the inside. As again, the shooting percentages for both teams right there at the 50% mark, which is outstanding. The open man for Houston now is Hayes. Working down low against Cunningham. Short jump shot by Hayes is no good. Tomjanovich with the rebound. Tomjanovich with the putback. It's good.
Rudy Tomjanovich.
8 for Tomjanovich. Hayes only has 1 point tonight. It has been a quiet night for Elvin Hayes. But Calvin Murphy is getting all the work done for Houston. And Stu Lance is helping out. Tomjanovich is helping out. So in spite of the low numbers for their big man, Houston has a 9-point lead. Open for Philadelphia is Foster. He's going to try and get it into Cunningham. He gets it down low to Cunningham. Cunningham drops it, picks it up, shoots the short jump shot, no good. Tomjanovich with another rebound for Houston. Houston walks it back the other way, leading by 9. No need to push their luck on a fast break. They get it back out to Murphy. Murphy down low to Hayes. Hayes must have overheard the commentary because he wants the basketball. His shot is up and no good. Well defended by Rule. Rebound is grabbed by Foster. Philadelphia has numbers in transition, 3-on-2. Greer dumps it to Carter. Carter missed the layup. Off the front of the rim. Billy Cunningham grabs the rebound. Cunningham on the putback. He cannot get that one to go. That's 2 misses in a row inside by Cunningham. And another rebound for Rudy Tomjanovich. Houston up by 9 with the basketball. Taking control here in the second quarter. They've got Rudy T open down low. He's got a step to work against Cunningham. Whistle and a foul on the other side of the court. It's a double foul. And that is, they got tangled up, Bob Rule and Elvin Hayes. And Hayes picks up his 3rd. They're going to have to sit him down for the rest of the half now. And he will be replaced. Oh, my goodness. Wonder if we can get Mealy in there. Okay, we'll do this. We'll put... we'll replace Tomjanovich with Mealy at the power forward. And we'll replace Hayes with Tomjanovich at the center. Okay, so now we've got reasonably fresh guys in, and Elvin Hayes can take his 3 fouls and go sit down. And we'll see how Houston does with this makeshift lineup. Smith the inbound. Open up top is Murphy. Murphy seeing some of his first action here in the quarter. He takes the jump shot from 16. It's no good. Offensive rebound for Tomjanovich. Rudy T on the putback. He steps into the lane and drops that one home.
Rudy Tomjanovich.
Double digits now for Tomjanovich. And the lead for Houston is double digits, 53-42 at the midway point of the second quarter. Philadelphia looks to set something up with Foster. Foster takes it into the lane. Cut off by Tomjanovich. He stops and pops from 9 feet. It's good. Actually, that rolled around and out, and Bob Rule got in there and tapped it home with his left hand. That is 14 now for Bob Rule as Philadelphia cuts it back down to 9. Under 6 to play. Greg Smith has it inside. He's got room to operate against the smaller Fred Carter. Smith works it inside. Can't get the shot off. Tries to get it out to the perimeter to Stu Lance. Lance loses it out of bounds. That's a turnover. Both teams taking pretty good care of the basketball tonight. Philadelphia especially only 4 turnovers midway through the second quarter. That is pretty stellar. Philadelphia basketball. They are going to look inside to Cunningham. Cunningham working against Cliff Mealy. Gets that one to go. With Hayes on the bench, they'll see if they can get stuff going inside. And Cunningham is just the guy to do that. He's got 4 now. And he is looking to have a big second quarter and see if he can't get his 76ers back into the ballgame. Been a quiet night for both the superstars, Hayes and Cunningham. Rudy Tomjanovich now has it on the inside for Houston as he found room to operate down low. He powers to the basket over Rule, puts it up and good.
Rudy Tomjanovich from Smith.
Rudy T is heating it up, and that is 5 assists for Greg Smith. Houston back up by 9, 55-46, 5 minutes to play till halftime. They want to get it inside to Bob Rule. Posting up on Tomjanovich. His little jump shot is good. Rule now has 16. Houston comes back, now leading by 7. With it on the perimeter is Lance. He got his pec sewed back up. He's back in the game. And he nails the jump shot. No, actually that was Gibbs that tore his pec. Lance hits another jump shot. Actually swung that over to Murphy, and Murphy converted. That's 18 for Murphy. He's making it look easy. 9-point lead for Houston, 4:40 to play. Philadelphia basketball. They get it inside to Cunningham. Cunningham backing down on Mealy. Double team comes over, and we've got a whistle and a reach-in foul on Greg Smith. That is his first. That will be a one-shot foul for Billy Cunningham. Cunningham takes a shot. It's good. Cuts the lead back to 8. Ball goes back over to Houston. Murphy out on top, swings it over to Lance. Lance does a little shake and bake. Played by Carter, a tough defender. The long jump shot by Lance is no good. Carter hung with him that time, and Carter fouled him. Hung with him a little too tightly. And now we've got Houston in the bonus, so Lance will get 3 to make 2. Lance converts the first. And he gets the second. That's 11 now for Stu Lance. And the lead for Houston is 10. 4 minutes to play before halftime. And at halftime, we'll have some channel updates. Right now, Philadelphia's got Bob Rule loose on the low block. Comes off a screen, has room to operate against Smith, and drops that one in.
Rule.
Big mismatch there. Rule took advantage. 8-point lead now for Houston with the basketball. Murphy has it out on top, working against Greer. Tries to get into the lane. Fakes to his left, drives to his right. Puts it up, no good. Greer with a tough defense, and Greer comes out with the rebound. In transition, Philadelphia has numbers. Fred Carter's in the lead. He dumps it off to Rule. Rule slams it home. Actually, that was tipped in by Cunningham. Rule tried to dunk it, rolled around and out. And I misread the chalkboard on that. There have been complaints about the chalkboard here on Action PC Basketball. And you know, they do have a point. There are some glitches. And sometimes when the ball turns green before it should and that sort of thing. But all in all, I enjoy the gameplay here. The ball is with Greg Smith now on the outside. And he is in a mess. He doesn't have a good look at a shot. He doesn't have anybody to pass to. He's going to try and distribute. And he manages to get it over to Lance with 5 on the shot clock. Lance takes it into the lane. Good recovery by Smith. Lance lays it up and good.
Stu lands from Murphy.
It is back up to an 8-point lead now for Houston, 3:15 to play. Philadelphia comes back. They get it outside to Greer. Greer scoreless on the night so far. No points, no assists. Greer's going to try and take it to the rim, but Tomjanovich got in there and stole it from him. How about that? Nice defense by Tomjanovich to put an end to that drive. And Houston comes back looking to extend the lead to double digits. Outside with it is Smith. Tries to drop it down inside to Mealy. Mealy can't get open. Smith takes the jump shot. It's blocked by Rule. Where did he come from? Foster takes the rebound for Philadelphia. 76ers have the basketball now. Under 3 to play before halftime. Cunningham gets it inside. Pump fake, shoots no good. But he is fouled on the play by Mealy, and that will be 2 shots for Billy Cunningham. First shot for Cunningham is good. Number 2 for Cunningham is also good. 9 points now for Cunningham. The Houston lead is 6. Rockets with the basketball. Open inside is Mealy. Gets the pass from Smith. Shoots the short jump shot. It's good.
Cliff Mealy from Lance.
Give the assist to Lance on that play. And that is his 3rd assist of the night. His 4th assist of the night, excuse me. And 3 points now for Mealy in backup duty. Important minutes for Mealy, substituting for Elvin Hayes, and he is doing his best to keep Houston out on top. The Rockets lead by 8. Philadelphia looks inside to Rule. He's been their hot hand tonight. He dumps it in to the lane against Tomjanovich, gets it to go. That's 20 in the first half for Bob Rule. He is having a career night here in Houston, and the 76ers cut the lead to 6. Houston with the basketball. 2:17 to play. Murphy's got it on the wing. Murphy takes the jump shot. It's good, and that's 20 for Murphy. So the second Bananas are having a time of it here tonight in Houston. Philadelphia this time finds Cunningham. He's quickly fouled by Lance. Lance had no chance to stop the shot, so he went for the foul instead. And he's going to make Cunningham earn these points at the line. Cunningham hits the first. He now has double digits. Second shot for Cunningham is good. And with under 2 minutes to play, the lead for Houston is 6. 65-59, high-scoring game. Both teams above 51% from the field. Murphy has it out on top. Looking to get into the lane against Greer. Takes it to the hoop. Rule cuts him off. Murphy stops and pops. It won't drop. But Murphy is knocked to the floor. No call on the play. Rebound is tipped around by Mealy. Taken off the glass by Tomjanovich. Tomjanovich with the putback attempt. And it's stolen away by Foster. Very nicely done. Philadelphia will slow things down in transition and wait for Hal Greer, the point guard, to rejoin the attack. Greer calls a play, dribbles to his left, dumps it down into Cunningham. He's trapped down low on the double team, and he's forced to call timeout. Philadelphia will still have 11 on the shot clock. Plenty of time to get something done here for the 76ers. Foster to inbound. Gets it down inside to Rule. And Rule has it stolen by Mealy. Another nice play by Mealy. Calvin Murphy leading the break for Houston. Look at that guy go. He has got some quickness. He dumps it off to Rudy T, but Rudy T can't hit the layup. And Greer takes the rebound down for Philadelphia. Nice setup pass by Murphy, but Rudy T couldn't convert. And Philadelphia regains possession. Greer has it out on top, working against Murphy. Looks to distribute. Finds Cunningham. Cunningham with the short jumper inside is good.
Cunningham.
And we've got Smith and Rule exchanging words now. Rule got into it with Elvin Hayes earlier in the night. Now he's getting into it with Greg Smith. I guess Rule has something to say to all of the Rockets here tonight. Final minute of play before halftime. And I think both teams could use the halftime to cool down. The open man for Houston is Lance. Lance already with 13 points on the night. He has it stolen by Carter. Philadelphia regains possession. And if they work efficiently here, they can get a 2-for-1. They're going to try and get it inside to Rule. They can't get it to Rule. They get it to Foster. Foster sneaks into the lane, lays it up and good.
Foster from Cunningham.
Philadelphia cuts the lead to 2 with 37 seconds to play before halftime. Houston with it has Murphy on the top. Swings it over to Lance. Lance has an open look. He puts it up from the perimeter and drills it.
Stu Lance.
15 for Lance, 12 in the second quarter. It is a 4-point lead for Houston, and Philadelphia can now hold for the final shot of the period. Coming up on halftime. And, we've got a turnover. Greer tried to find Cunningham. That was a bad pass. Out of bounds to Houston. Houston with 6 seconds on the clock. Let's see if they can accomplish anything with 6 seconds. Murphy working the sideline. Bounces it to Mealy. Mealy with the running one-hander at the buzzer is no good.
At the half.
And that
Houston
is your
67,
half.
Philadelphia 63.
Your halftime score is 67-63 in favor of the Rockets. As we pull up the box score. As we've seen, Houston and Philadelphia both tearing it up from field goal range. Philadelphia at 53%. Houston at 50%. Houston with a sizable rebounding advantage, 27-17, and that is in spite of Elvin Hayes playing limited minutes due to foul trouble. But we've got Tom Janovich with 7 boards, Dick Cunningham with 5 boards off the bench, Greg Smith with 4 boards, 5 assists, still scoreless. But Murphy with 20, Lance with 15, Tom Janovich with 12. Houston has a lot of weapons working tonight, just Elvin Hayes doesn't happen to be one of them. And for Houston, Bob Rule still having that career night, 20 points, 13 for Cunningham, 9 for Fred Foster. Nice little 4 for 8 shooting performance for Foster. And that is your score. High scoring first half for both teams, 63-67. Now, before we go back to action, a couple of quick channel updates. Tomorrow, Heartland Championship Wrestling. It is a pay-per-view weekend. Heartland Havoc 100, Turn of the Century, is tomorrow's NWA pay-per-view broadcast. The main event will be the National Wrestling Alliance heavyweight champion, Ric Flair, defending his title against the surprise #1 contender in Ray the Crippler Stevens. Stevens, a very accomplished grappler from the West Coast, but he shocked the world by defeating Dusty Rhodes to earn the opportunity to face Ric Flair for the title. The bookers all wanted Rhodes versus Flair, but Stevens put a monkey wrench into that plan, and we'll see if he can put another monkey wrench into the wrestling script and surprise Ric Flair and come away with a belt tomorrow. Also on the line, the NWA World Tag Team Champions, the Steiner brothers, defending against the fabulous Freebirds, Michael P.S. Hayes and Terry Bam Bam Gordy. Should be an action-packed bout between those two teams. And in our third main event that will be televised on the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network tomorrow, it will be Dusty Rhodes challenging for the Atlantic Heavyweight Championship, currently held by Curt Hennig. So Curt Hennig versus Dusty Rhodes, Steiner Brothers versus the Freebirds, and Flair versus Crippler Stevens will be your televised matches tomorrow on the Epic Broadcasting Network. Sunday, of course, we'll be back with My Journey with Jesus. God is Glorious, and that will be the conclusion of our series on the attributes of God this Sunday on the channel. And probably Monday night we will have the Historical Baseball Project weekly recap. So we'll look forward to that on Monday. So yeah, going to be a fun week on the channel this weekend. So be sure to tune in, and we will look forward to having you all as part of our broadcast. All right, let's get back to action with Houston holding a 4-point lead over Philadelphia as we head to quarter number 3. And we will stick with the starters for Philadelphia. Nobody's in any foul trouble, and everybody is fresh. Houston has some foul trouble with Elvin Hayes, but we'll let him come back out to start the third quarter. But if he picks up that 4th foul, he's going to go right back to the bench, as Dick Cunningham is ready and waiting. And with that, we will head back to action. The tip is controlled by Philadelphia, and Fred Carter has it on the wing. He's got Greg Smith on the switch. He wants to dump it inside to Rule. Rule with it inside, guarded by Hayes. Working on Hayes with the 3 fouls. The jump shot is no good. Rebounded by Tomjanovich. Murphy wants to run. He's got Lance with him. Murphy tosses it into the stands. That's a turnover. Ball goes back to Philadelphia. Uncharacteristically bad pass by Calvin Murphy led to the turnover on that play. Philadelphia wants to get Greer started. He fires from the top of swings it over to Carter. Carter fires from the outside, no good. Hayes takes the rebound. Murphy with another fast break opportunity. He wants to go. He drops it off to Greg Smith, and Greg Smith lays it up and good.
From legs.
Greg Smith's first basket of the night, although he's been very productive with 5 assists and 4 rebounds. Houston up by 6. They can't get it into Cunningham. Greer's going to have to call his own number. Trying to take it into the lane against Murphy. Comes off the screen. Hayes cuts him off. The shot by Greer is up, and it's blocked. Hayes got him. Greer winds up on the floor. No call. As the Houston bench is screaming for a call. Tex Winter over there wanted the Philadelphia bench screaming for the call. Jack Ramsey wanted that 4th foul on Elvin Hayes, but the referees did not grant his wish. The ball is now in the hands of Fred Foster with 15 on the shot clock. Foster tries to take it to the hole. Along the baseline, runs into Lance. Foster with the layup, no good. But we have got a whistle on the play, and that foul is going to go against Lance, and that is his 3rd. 2-shot foul for Fred Foster as he looks to get into double digits. Steps to the line, misses the first. Ordinarily a 76% free throw shooter, a little above average. He hits the second, and that is 10 points for Foster. The Houston lead is 5. Houston tries to get it to Tomjanovich in the low post. He's defended by Cunningham, but he lays it up and good.
Tomjanovich.
That is 14 for Rudy T. Houston back up by 7. They get it into the hands of Carter. Carter drives on Lance. Lance with the 3 fouls. Lance falls down. Carter with the easy layup.
Carter.
Lance couldn't get out of his own way on that play as he was trying to avoid getting called for that fourth foul. Carter took advantage, laid it up and good. Philadelphia cuts the lead to 5. Houston wants Hayes. Hayes works on the low block. Facing a double team. Takes the shot. It's good.
The Big E from Lance.
The Big E for only his 3rd point of the night. But Houston goes back on top by 7. Inside with it now is Rule. Room to operate against Hayes. He pump fakes. Gets Hayes up into the air. Shoots the jump shot. No good. Lance takes the rebound. And they'll walk it back down the floor. Lance now has an opening on the outside. He drives it into the hole. Rule cuts him off. Lance still manages to get that one off. Rule is a step late getting over, and Lance made him pay. And he draws the foul on Rule. As Rule was late getting over, Lance with the basket and the foul, he goes for the 3-point play. Stu Lance having a brilliant night for Houston. 88% free throw shooter. He nails that one. And Houston now is back on top by 10. 76-66. 10:26 to play, 3rd quarter. Open on the wing is Cunningham. He doesn't perform well out there. So Greer resets the offense. And now they get it over to Foster. 14 on the shot clock. Foster takes it into the lane. Comes off the screen from Cunningham. Smith blocks his path, no call. Foster misses the layup. Rule crashes the offensive boards. Bob Rule with a putback. His short jump shot over Hayes is no good. Smith takes the rebound for Houston. And the Rockets regain possession with that 10-point lead. Lance has it on the outside. In the transition game. Can he beat Carter into the lane? He steps around Carter, sees the opening. Carter deflects it, can't get his hands on it, out of bounds. The ball will remain here with Houston. But a nice recovery by Fred Carter to knock that one away and deny Lance the open path to the goal. 17 on the shot clock for Houston as they set things up. Open on the wing is Lance. He sends it over to Smith. Smith shoots the fadeaway. It's good.
Greg Smith from Lance.
4 points now for Greg Smith to go with 5 points and 5 rebounds. Very solid performance by the small forward for the Rockets. Hal Greer has it now against Murphy. Greer looks to come into the lane. Attacking the rim. Bounces it to Rule. Rule with a long jump shot, no good. That's not his spot. Rebound is kicked around out of bounds. Possession back to Houston. Houston now leads by 12. Murphy calls a play. Dumps it down inside to Elvin Hayes. Hayes has room to operate against the smaller Fred Carter. Here comes the double team. Will they get there in time? No. Hayes made him pay. 5 points now for Elvin Hayes. And if they get him going, it's going to be lights out for Philadelphia. Philadelphia needs to score some baskets. Their field goal percentage has fallen below 48% now, as they were up over 50 the whole first half. Fred Carter with it, works on Lance. Carter's going to drive. Carter gets into the lane. His layup is off the front of the rim, no good. Left it short. Billy Cunningham takes the rebound. Cunningham with the putback attempt is no good. But he is fouled on the play by Smith. And Cunningham will shoot 2 for the 76ers. Cunningham with 13 on the night. Make it 14 as he connects on the first free throw. Cunningham bounces the ball, bends his knees, drops the second one home. He's got 15. The lead for Houston is 12. Houston wants to get moved up to the gold division next year. And they are making a statement here tonight, or hoping to make a statement here tonight on their home court. The pass goes to Murphy out on top. Murphy driving on Greer. Gets into the lane. Lays it up and good.
Calvin Murphy.
22 for Murphy. He still leads all scorers, although that's his first basket of the third quarter. With it now is Foster. Foster doesn't have very many good options. Murphy's all over him on the switch. He tries to get it out to Fred Carter. Carter has it guarded by Lance. The jump shot by Carter is no good. But he is fouled on the play by Lance, and that is 4 on Lance. Houston's foul trouble may be the thing that keeps Philadelphia close. Carter goes to the charity stripe, misses the first free throw. Can't have that happen. As we go to the Houston bench and bring into the game for the first time John Valleji. Out of UCLA. Valleji was a tremendous college player. Did not see much success, only lasted 2 or 3 years in the NBA, but then went back out to Southern California and became a very successful youth basketball coach later in his life. So a very popular figure out there on the West Coast. Carter with the second free throw. He missed them both. Back iron too strong, skitters out of bounds. Ball goes over to Houston. Under 9 to play in the third quarter. Houston leading by 14. They look out on top to Murphy. Working against Greer. Top of the key. Greer tipped it away and stole it. Nice defense by the veteran Greer. Philadelphia brings it back in transition. They try to get it down low to Cunningham. Cunningham cannot get the pass. Instead, Foster calls his own number and drills the jump shot. And that brings Philadelphia back to within 12. Houston looking inside to Hayes. Working against Rule. In traffic. Pump fakes over the double team. Shoots and scores.
The Big E.
The Big E pushes the lead back to 14. Back the other way, Philadelphia wants Cunningham. Both teams trying to get their superstars going. Cunningham from the baseline hits that one. He's got 17. Lead is back to 12. Back and forth we go. Both teams heating it up from the field. Valleji has it on the outside. He's going to look to take it in against Cunningham. He lays it up. It's good.
John Valleji from Smith.
Another assist for Smith, and Valleji has his first basket of the night. Houston back on top by 14. Philadelphia sets up a play. They look inside to Bob Rule. Rule works it down against Hayes. Steps into the lane, pump fakes, tries to get Hayes off his feet. Cannot get the shot to fall, but Murphy got him with the body. That is the first on Murphy. And that was a alert play by Murphy to come over and save Hayes from picking up the foul. 2 shots now for Bob Rule. A 70% free throw shooter. Missed the first. More missed free throws for Philadelphia. Can Rule get the second? Yes, he does. Rule with 21 now leads the 76ers. The lead is 13 as Houston comes back the other way. Working the ball around the perimeter. They get it to Hayes on the baseline. Too far away to do anything with it. He's going to try and push it inside to Greg Smith down low. Smith gets free in the lane. He shoots and scores.
Greg Smith.
Good ball movement for Houston that time. They go back on top by 15. Philadelphia back with it in the hands of Foster. Foster puts it on the floor. Having a good night. His short jump shot from the lane is no good this time. Battle for the rebound, Cunningham and Hayes. Hayes breaks free with it. The relay passes out to Murphy. Murphy leads the fast break the other way. Dumps it off to Smith. Smith to Hayes. Hayes with a slam.
Elvin Hayes from Smith.
Hayes slams it home. He's got 9 points now. And Houston is up by 17, their biggest lead of the game. Greer looks for Cunningham. Cunningham with a short baseline jump shot. It's no good. Rolls out of bounds. Ball back over to Houston. 7:15 to play third quarter. Murphy with it out on top. Gives it inside to Hayes. Back to Murphy. Stolen by Carter. Good defense by Carter. Gains another possession for Philadelphia. With it out top is Greer. Greer to penetrate. He steps around Murphy, lays it up and good.
Greer.
That's the first basket of the night for Greer. Very quiet night for the superstar Philadelphia point guard. Murphy with it now, facing off against Greer. Greer's playing him tight. Murphy tries to get into the lane. Oh, he dumps it off to Hayes inside. Hayes with the little kiss is good.
Elvin Hayes.
Murphy drew the defense and dropped the dime. Houston back on top by 17. Philadelphia desperately looking for offense. Greer again takes it into the lane, trying to force the action. He's fouled hard by Smith. That's 3 on Smith. Greer will go to the line for 2 free throws. First shot by Greer is no good. Philadelphia having all kinds of struggles at the free throw line here in this third quarter. Second shot by Greer is good. The lead is now 16. 6:39 to play in the third. Things are all falling the right way for Houston at this juncture. They've got a mismatch inside with Elvin Hayes against Fred Carter as he comes off the inside screen. Kicks it back out to Murphy at the top of the key. Murphy missed the shot. Greer takes the rebound. Nice stop for Philadelphia. They're going to need a lot more stops to get back into this one. They dump it in this time back to Rule. Posting up against Hayes. Throws it up with the left hand. It's good.
Rule.
23 now for Bob Rule. He leads all scorers. That cuts the lead to 14. Still just at the midway point of the third quarter. Philadelphia with plenty of time. No need to panic, but they do need to tighten down this defense. And hopefully by the end of the third quarter, get it down to 10 points or so. They've got a problem right now with Rudy Tomjanovich open inside against the smaller Hal Greer. As Tomjanovich came off the screen, Greer on the switch. Short jump shot by Tomjanovich is good. Nothing Greer could do about that one. And Houston goes back on top by 16 now. 6:06 to play, third quarter. Foster with it, working into the lane against Greg Smith. He's going to call his own number inside there, posting up. Rises up inside, cannot get the shot to fall. Rolls around and out, Smith with the rebound. Nicely defended. Fast break opportunity for Houston. Murphy drops it off to Vliei. He missed the shot. He goes down, but he lays it up and no good. Greer takes another rebound for Philadelphia. Philadelphia has it now in the hands of Foster. Foster wants to get it down to Cunningham. Cunningham has it in the low post. His baseline jump shot is good. Cuts it back to 14. Back comes Houston. Vliei on the outside. Tries to take it into the lane. Hayes sets the screen for him. And Carter reaches in and steals it. That is 4 steals tonight for Fred Carter. He is really acquitting himself nicely on the defensive end. Greer now with it on top, running the offense. They dump it in downside to Rule. Hayes forces him out to the perimeter. Nothing he can do out there. Rule looking for help. Finally, he has to put it up. Missed badly. Around the cylinder and out. Foster sneaks in for another offensive board. Passes it back out to Greer. Philadelphia with another 24 seconds for the possession. They get it into Cunningham. Cunningham guarded closely by Tomjanovich. He drop steps into the lane. Ooh, nice ball fake. Tomjanovich bought the fake, and Cunningham went around him and laid it up and good. 21 now for Cunningham. He's picking up the pace. Houston now leads by 12. 5 minutes to play in the third. They get it inside to Tomjanovich. Rudy T from the baseline. Pump fakes. Short jump shot is good.
Rudy Tomjanovich from Smith.
That is 8 assists now for Greg Smith. He is having a whale of a ball game. Open for Philadelphia now is Rule. Gets the pass from Carter. Pump fake. Shot won't go. Somebody got him on the arm. This time they call it on Murphy again. Murphy very unhappy about that. And the referee is warning him off about the protestations. And Murphy finally heads back over to the bench to talk with his coach, Tex Winter, as Bob Rule heads to the free throw line. Rule steps to the line. Free throw's good. Hits the first. Can he convert the second? He hits them both. 25 now for Bob Rule. The lead for Houston is 12. Houston looks inside to Hayes. Once again, he's double teamed. He gets in close and shoots, but cannot get it to fall. But somebody got him on the arm, and that is going to go against Carter. So the foul totals for both teams starting to pile up here as Elvin Hayes steps to the free throw line. First shot is good for Elvin Hayes. What a great player Elvin Hayes was. Stellar college career. Battles with Lou Alcindor in college. At Houston. Houston against LA. Some very big college games. Stellar professional career as well for Elvin Hayes, the Big E. All right, 14-point lead for Houston. Philadelphia looking to cut into that lead. Looking around the perimeter. They swing it over to Foster. Foster down to Cunningham. Cunningham gets loose inside against Tomjanovich, but Tomjanovich got back and tipped it away. Cunningham gets his own rebound. Cunningham on the putback attempt, and he gets tied up in there. Cunningham had it knocked away. Vallejo was the first to the floor. Carter tied him up, and those two will jump it up with 4:27 to play in the third quarter. And this will be a good time to get some subs into the ball game. So Philadelphia has to leave Carter in the ball game to handle the jump ball. Foster will be replaced by Yates. Lucius Jackson back into the game. And Dennis Autry, who had a nice first half, will play the center. And we'll get Kevin Lockery back into the game for Philadelphia. And for Houston, we'll have to leave Vallejo out there to handle the jump. Johnny Egan will come back in to play the point. Iron Man Gibbs back in at the small forward. Mealy and Dick Cunningham will be your 5 on the floor for Houston. And they jump it up. Vallejo wins the tip, and Houston gets possession, leading by 14. Johnny Egan now in charge of the offense. Dumps it inside to Dick Cunningham, working against Autry. Cunningham turns and faces. Puts up the shot from the perimeter. It's no good. Vallejo keeps possession with the rebound for Houston. And Vallejo is going to look to pass it back out on top to Egan. Egan works it back over to Vallejo. Vallejo being chased around out there by Lucius Jackson. Vallejo has an open look, cannot get it to fall. Tipped and rebounded by Carter for Philadelphia. Philadelphia gets a stop. Let's see if they can do anything with it. Kevin Lockery now running the offense. Working against Egan. Egan the rookie. Lockery tries to take him inside, but he's called for the offensive foul. So Lockery had that veteran savvy, but Egan had the quick feet and he got to the spot first. And that is an offensive foul, and the ball goes back over to Houston. Houston with the possession. Egan sets up the offense. They send it out to Villet. Villet's going to drive on Carter. Takes it into the hoop. Villet lays it up with the left hand. It's good.
John Vallely.
Nice fundamental work by Villet. And Houston has hit the 100-point mark with 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. They now lead by 16. And it's been all about the offensive efficiency for Houston or defensive inefficiency for Philadelphia or some combination of both. Lucius Jackson now has it inside for the 76ers. Working inside, stolen by Egan. Nice rip by Egan. Numbers in transition for Houston. Egan's going to take it coast to coast, but he missed the layup. No good for Egan, but he is fouled on the play by Carter. That is 4 on Carter, and we need to get him out of there because he was just left in the game for purposes of that jump ball. So now it's time for substitutions. First shot by Egan is good. That is his first point of the game. As we go to the Philadelphia bench and we bring in Dave Wohl. And to the Houston bench, we'll go with Barry Newland back in the ball game. Or Barry Newland. I knew a Barry Newland in my hometown. Mike Newland back into the ball game. I knew that was going to happen at least once tonight. Mike Newland back in the ball game for Houston. And now with 3 minutes to play in the third quarter, Houston is back on top by 17. And as Egan hits the second one, it's now an 18-point lead, biggest of the night for the Rockets, 102-84. The call goes down inside to Barry Yates. Yates backing down on the smaller Gibbs. Turnaround jump shot is good.
Yates.
First points of the night for Yates. Houston with the basketball now leading by 16. Plenty of time. Egan's in no hurry as he directs traffic. 10 on the shot clock. He sends it over to Newland. Newland takes it into the lane. Loses it out of bounds. That's a turnover. Lockery brings the 76ers offense back. He's got room for his own shot against Cunningham on the switch. His jumper from the right wing is good.
Lowry.
Leads down to 14. Philadelphia trying to do some damage here on the second unit. Houston has an opening for Egan. Open on the screen, and he buries the outside jump shot.
From Newland.
The hits just keep coming for Houston. Their field goal percentage is up to 58.1, and that is outstanding. Dave Wohl now has it on the outside against Mike Newland. Wohl tries to venture into the lane. Deflected away and stolen by Newland. Numbers for Houston in transition. Egan leading the fast break to Mealy. Mealy to Gibbs. Oh, it's blocked. Blocked away by Autry, out of bounds. Houston will keep possession. Nice comeback blocked by Houston. And if you're not following the NBA, you have got to see the block shot that Miami's Bam Adebayo pulled off the other night against Boston, against Jason Tatum. Tatum had an open look at the basket, and Bam Adebayo just put it right back in his face. It was outstanding. Adebayo out of the University of Kentucky. All right, here is Houston with the basketball, up by 16. A minute 47 to play in the third quarter. 19 on the shot clock for Newland. Newland takes it into the lane. Takes it hard to the rack. Autry cuts him off. Newland stops and pops, and from 8 feet away, he gets it to go.
Cunningham.
Back up to an 18-point lead for Houston. Philadelphia's defense is just looking totally overmatched in this ball game. They've already given up 106 points, and we're still in the third quarter. Back the other way, we've got a personal foul called on Egan, reaching in on Lockery, and it will be a 2-shot foul for Lockery. Lockery looking to increase his output tonight. He hits the first one. That's 7 for Lockery. And now 8 as he delivers both. Lead still 16 for Houston as they are enjoying a big lead here. Content to work the ball around the perimeter. Newland with it against Gates. Newland swings it across court to Gibbs. Gibbs with a perimeter jump shot, and he missed that one. But somebody got him on the arm. Call goes against Dave Wohl. Wohl not happy about that. But it will be Gibbs headed to the free throw line, torn pec and all, with 1:15 to play. Gibbs missed the first free throw. Normally a very good 83% shooter. Hits the second, and that's double digits now for Gibbs. Houston on top by 17. Philadelphia has it in the hands of Wohl. Working against Gibbs on the perimeter. Can he get inside? No, he shoots the jump shot. It's blocked. Newland got over and rejected it. Cliff Mealy takes the rebound, and the dominance continues for Houston. Houston going to let some clock run. 53 seconds on the game clock, 53 on the shot clock here in the third. As it is Egan who has the opening to work against Lockery. He looks to distribute. Gets it over to Newland. 2 on the shot clock. Newland's going to try and pull the trigger. He fakes, he drives, he shoots, and missed it. Off the back iron. Tapped away by Neely, back to Cunningham, and it will be another 24 seconds for the Rockets as they will just pass it back out to the perimeter and reset the offense. Newland is open. They swing it around to Newland, back out to Egan. Egan has room to operate against Yates. 12 on the shot clock. Egan from 18 pulls the trigger and nails it.
John Egan.
Nice shot by John Egan, and now Houston is up on top by 19. Philadelphia is just completely befuddled now, and they're going to hold for the last shot with 18 seconds to play in the quarter. The jump shot by Wohl is no good. With 1 second to play, Mealy takes the rebound. I don't think they're going to get anything done here. Gibbs at half court, doesn't get it off in time.
Houston 109, Philadelphia 90.
What a third quarter for the Houston Rockets. It was a close game at halftime. As we go to your box score, 42 points in the third quarter for Houston, and they have just ripped open the ball game. They outscored Philadelphia by 15 points in that third quarter, and that's why the lead is 19. And it has been a balanced scoring attack for Houston. Hayes finally got it going up to 13 points in the now at the end of 3 quarters. But Tomjanovich with 18, Lance with 18, and Calvin Murphy with that 22 points to lead Houston, along with 10 off the bench for Gibbs. The rebound advantage still clearly in favor of Houston, and I think that's a big part of the reason that they have been so successful. They've got 16 offensive boards, so even when they do miss, they're cleaning the glass and putting it back. Philadelphia has 25 from Rule, 21 from Cunningham, 12 from Foster, but all these guys in the big minus territory on their plus-minus, as this game has just been owned, particularly this third quarter. Houston just owned Philadelphia in the third, and they're going to see if they can't coast to victory now. As our viewer count has hit 0. But there's NBA on. There's probably plenty of good stuff on YouTube as well. And so everybody needs to enjoy their Friday nights as I enjoy my broadcast here from Hoff-Heinz Pavilion in Houston with the Rockets in control heading into quarter number 4. Everybody is looking pretty fresh for Philadelphia. Everybody is looking pretty fresh for Houston on the second units. what we'll probably do is bring the first units back in with about 10 minutes or so to play, and let them play about 5 minutes, and then maybe the last 5 minutes we'll put the benches back in, unless Philadelphia comes up with a run that's going to require some defense, which they haven't shown any interest in, at least not in the second half. Newland has it on the outside, passes it over to Gibbs. Gibbs is going to look inside to Dick Cunningham. Yates backs away, sags in on Cunningham. Gibbs is forced to take the shot, and he buries it. Nice shot by Gibbs. That's 12. Houston now with a 20-point lead for the first time tonight. Open on the inside for Philadelphia is Barry Yates. Works it down inside against Gibbs. The short jump shot is no good. Another miss for Philadelphia. This time Lucius Jackson takes the offensive rebound. Jackson on the putback attempt. Oh, he tried to get an inside pass to Autry and threw it away. Another turnover for Philadelphia. And Houston regains possession. Houston runs the offense through Newland. Newland looks to distribute, dumps it in down low to Mealy. Mealy with 1 second on the shot clock, sets up down low, and it's a 24-second violation. Houston's going to be content to run clock and trade baskets the rest of the way. Philadelphia's going to try and pick up the pace. And it is Lockery right away calling his own number from the top of the key. Flashing open at the foul line extended. His open jump shot is no good, and the rebound is taken by Mealy. So Philadelphia fails to convert on that opportunity, and time keeps ticking, ticking, ticking. Houston runs the offense through Newland. They're down to 1 on the shot clock as Newland is forced to throw one up against the double team, and he can't get it off. But if Philadelphia's not going to score, Houston may as well just dribble away 23 seconds and throw up slop. Philadelphia looks inside to Jackson, who's the open man. Jackson has a good look inside. He missed the shot, no good. Jackson takes his own rebound. Jackson's putback attempt, again no good. Off the back iron. Mealy takes the rebound for Houston. 2 minutes have gone by here in the fourth quarter. Philadelphia yet to score. Houston with the basketball. Working it around the perimeter to Egan. Egan to pull the trigger against Lockery. Again, he doesn't get it off. Again, that's a turnover. Again, Houston doesn't seem to care. Working quickly, Philadelphia gets it to Wohl. Wohl drives to the basket. Cut off by Gibbs. Takes a shot, no good. Another miss for Philadelphia. Autry with the rebound for the Sixers. Autry with the putback attempt. He can't get it to go. Frustration continues for Philadelphia. Jackson takes it off the offensive glass. A third opportunity for Philadelphia. This one is blocked by Cunningham. Dick Cunningham got over, pushing and shoving her Wohl and Mealy. Mealy comes out with it. Temper's beginning to flare as Houston's getting just a little bit too cocky. And they're going to take a timeout just to let things slow down. And we're going to come back with the starters for a few minutes for both teams. But if this doesn't get any better by about the 5-minute mark, we're going to go back to the blowout lineups. All right, Houston with the basketball, still with an enormous 21-point lead. And the open man inside is Elvin Hayes. Works it down low against Rule, pump fakes, lays it up and good.
Elvin Hayes
And Greer hit him on the arm. Elvin Hayes goes to the free throw line. He's got 15, looking to make it 16. 65% free throw shooter on the season. His shot is no good. And Tomjanovich sneaks in for the rebound. Bad boxing out by Philadelphia. Tomjanovich steals the rebound, gets another basket. And it is now a 25-point game. Houston all over Philadelphia in this second half. Philadelphia wants Cunningham. Can they get it to him inside? No. Carter takes the shot from mid-range. That's no good. Cunningham takes the rebound, pitches it back out to Greer. Greer looking for help. They get it down inside to Foster. Posting up inside against Smith. He fakes, he pumps, he shoots the short jump shot. It's good.
Foster.
Finally, after 4 minutes and 40 seconds of scoreless play for Philadelphia, they get the basket and cut the lead to 23. Hallelujah. Houston with the basketball, content to run clock once again. Murphy dribbles to his left, sets his feet, fires the jump shot from long range and hits it.
Calvin Murphy from Smith.
Murphy and Smith with a nice little two-man game there. The lead is back to 25. Philadelphia looks inside for Cunningham. If nothing else, he's got stats to pad, but he missed that short jump shot, and the rebound is taken by Hayes. Houston with an opportunity in transition. Murphy calls off the fast break and sets up the offense. Soft pass over to Lance. Lance hasn't done anything since his return to the game here in the third quarter. He's going to look inside to Cunningham, to Tomjanovich. Tomjanovich in the low post tried to get the shot off, missed everything, and that's a shot clock violation. Now 8 minutes to play. Still a 25-point lead. Open for Philadelphia on top is Greer. Greer attacks the hoop. That's an offensive foul. They call the charge on Greer. That's his fourth. If it can go wrong for Philadelphia in this second half, it's gone wrong. And Houston is coasting comfortably towards a victory here on their home floor. Rudy Tomjanovich with it inside. Cunningham plays off of him. Tomjanovich buries the jumper. He's got 22. The lead is 27. It's getting ugly here in Houston. Philadelphia tries to get back into the game. Carter on the drive, stolen by Smith. Boy, Smith has done everything for Houston tonight. He's only got 6 points, but 9 assists, 6 rebounds, plus that steal. Houston works it around the perimeter and dumps it down inside to Hayes. Hayes double-teamed, gets it over to Lance on the wing, and Lance can't get a shot off. I don't know how many 24-second shot clock violations that has been for Houston. And in spite of that, Philadelphia cannot cut into the lead. Philadelphia looks to Greer. Greer from the perimeter. Free throw lane extended. Takes the jump shot, no good. Cunningham takes the offensive rebound. His short jump shot is no good. Philadelphia can't buy a basket in this quarter. Elvin Hayes takes the rebound. Murphy walks it back the other way. Now 7 minutes to play. Lance bringing the ball up for Houston. Looking inside to Hayes. Hayes has a mismatch against the smaller Fred Foster. Can he get a clean look? He's double-teamed and stripped by Rule. So the double team on Hayes has been effective, but Hayes' teammates have stepped up their game. And as we mentioned, that balanced scoring attack has Houston on top comfortably here as we reach about the midpoint of the fourth quarter. Philadelphia has a look inside for Foster in the paint. It's a good look. He scores it again.
Foster
16 for Fred Foster. But the deficit is still 25 for Philadelphia. Murphy swings it around to Greg Smith. Smith on the outside, looking for help. Can't find help. Takes the 15-footer and buries it.
Greg Smith.
What else is going to go right for Houston tonight? There's no way that shot should have gone in. Philadelphia looks inside to Rule. Working against Hayes in the low block, he travels. That's 14 turnovers for Philadelphia to 8 for Houston, but I think at least 4 of those Houston turnovers have been 24-second shot clock violations in the fourth quarter here as they have gone into pretty much a slowdown offense. Smith has it inside. Back out on top to Murphy. Murphy against Greer, cuts into the lane. He traveled. Another turnover. The lead is still 27 as we are now at the 6-minute mark. Philadelphia back on offense. They're going to look to Cunningham. Cunningham against Rudy T. In the lane, he double dribbles. Frustration continues to mount for Philadelphia. Houston wants it inside to Hayes. Hayes works into the paint. Hayes' jump shot is good.
The Biggie.
The Biggie has 17 now. And the lead is 29. As it gets uglier and uglier here in Houston. Cunningham has it inside. Posting up Tomjanovich. Has a good look. Still can't get it to fall. It is a disaster. Hayes has the rebound for Houston. Houston brings the ball back the other way. Free on the block is Hayes. Posting up against Rule. Turns and shoots the fadeaway. He scores.
Elvin Hayes.
8 straight for Elvin Hayes. He has lit it up here in the second half. As Houston is pulling away, they now are up by 30. And that is, we've seen enough here. It's going to be back to the blowout lineups for the final 5 minutes of play. Let's see what we've got on the blowout lineup. The blowout lineup apparently for Houston has no center. So we'll bring Mealy back into the game and Cunningham at the center. There we go. I don't know if Cunningham and Gibbs are going to last through this, but we'll let them have their run. For Philadelphia, the blowout lineup is Lockery, Carter, Foster, Jackson, and Autry. Actually, let's get Al Henry into the game. He hasn't seen any playing time yet. And action continues. 5 minutes, 14 seconds to go. It is a 31-point ball game. Lockery has it out on top for Philadelphia. They get it inside once again to Foster, working on the switch against the smaller Vallejo. Foster rises up inside, hits the shot.
Foster,
the only Philadelphia 76er who has been remotely effective here tonight, as he is staying in the game with the blowout team. Vallejo has it on top. Looks outside to Gibbs. 17 on the shot clock. Gibbs is going to pull the trigger. He's not shy. His off-balance jump shot is good.
Dick Gibbs.
14 for Dick Gibbs off the bench. Good night for the rookie. Philadelphia gets it inside to Henry. Henry seeing his first action of the night. In the low post, he's got it stolen by Gibbs. Vallejo has it out on top, swings it over to Newland. Newland looks for help. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Newland takes it into the lane. Carter tipped it away and stole it. Philadelphia is going to run with Lockery. Lockery takes it coast to coast, lays it up and good. Double digits for Kevin Lockery. And they're back under 30 with 4 minutes to play now in the game. Here's Vallejo on the drive. Henry cuts him off. Vallejo shoots no good. Off the rim. Rebound is pulled by Dick Cunningham for Houston. Offensive rebound for Cunningham. His putback is no good. Out of bounds. Ball will go to Philadelphia. Now under 4 minutes to play. Into the game for Philadelphia is Dave Wohl, replacing Carter. With it now is Foster. Foster from the wing hits one.
Foster.
20 points now for Fred Foster out of Miami of Ohio. But the lead is still 27 for Houston as they continue to run clock. 15 on the shot clock. Mealy has it inside against Henry. Mealy turns and squares up. His short jump shot is no good. Squirts out, taken by Autry. Autry with the outlet to Lockery. Lockery head to Wohl. Wohl with the layup
Wow.
is good.
From Lowry.
It's garbage time here in Houston. Dick Cunningham has it inside for Houston. Passes it back out to Newland on the perimeter. 6 on the shot clock. Newland drives. And that's a shot clock violation. Another turnover for Houston. I think this game calls a pretty quick trigger on the shot clock, and I've heard that critique from other folks as well. And certainly we're seeing that here tonight. It's not making a difference in the game because I'm doing a little extra passing, trying to kill some clock. Dave Wohl has it on the outside for Philadelphia. What's he going to do? Passes it to Lowry, back to Henry, back to Lowry, to Wohl on the perimeter. His perimeter jump shot is no good. The ball is batted around, elbows are flying, and Cunningham escapes with it for Houston. Referee's watching this one very closely because that's about the third time tonight that action's gotten a little heated. Houston dumps it inside to Cunningham. Cunningham wants to burn a little clock. He kicks it back out. They get it out on the perimeter to Newland. Newland dumps it down to Cunningham. Back out to Newland, tipped and stolen by Foster. Lockery brings it up for the 76ers. Open down low is Henry. Henry inside, short jump shot over Mealy is good.
Henry.
First points of the game for Henry. 2:31 to play. The lead is 23. The fans are getting out of here as quick as they can, trying to beat the Houston traffic. Mealy inside for Houston. Pump fakes, flips it up. No good. But he draws the foul on Wohl, and that will be a 2-shot opportunity for Cliff Mealy, rookie out of Colorado. 68% free throw shooter on the regular season. His first shot is good. Second shot for Mealy is no good. And it's rebounded by Cunningham on the offensive glass. What the heck? Cunningham's going to put it back up, and he nails it.
Dick Cunningham.
4 points for Dick Cunningham, and the lead is 26. 2:19 to play. Open on top is Lockery. Hands it off to Foster. Back to Lockery. Lockery shoots from the top of the key. Off the side of the rim, no good. Dick Cunningham with his 10th rebound of the night for Houston. Gives it to Vallee. Vallee dribbles into the front court. Open on the wing is Gibbs. Oh, and Vallee's been hit with a tee. How about that? You'd think with a 26-point lead they'd be content, but tensions have been rising here in Houston. And somebody said something. In the words of the late, great Stuart Scott, somebody said something about somebody's mama. And now look what happened. It'll be a free throw attempt for Lockery. And that's no good. Houston will get the ball back. 2 minutes to play. Referees trying their best to keep control of the action here, as this game is out of hand and the tempers are getting out of hand. And here is another 24-second violation for Houston. And, we've just had 2 players from the Houston bench collapse from exhaustion on the court. That would include Gibbs and Cunningham. We will show mercy on them and bring the starters back in. And we'll give Egan some run after the technical foul on Vallee. And we'll bring Lucius Jackson back into the game and give Autry a minute and 39 seconds to rest before the end of this one. Lucius Jackson is the open man for Philadelphia. He steps into the lane. He shoots and misses. That's 5 straight misses for Jackson. Another rebound for Elvin Hayes. Minute 28 to play. Newland with it in the front court. Dribbles off some time, down to 9 on the shot clock. I think that's the secret. If you use the burn function it will give you about 10 seconds to take the shot. So I'll have to remember that for future blowouts. They look inside to Mealy. What can be? No, it's stolen away by Lockery. Another turnover for Houston. They're up to 20 on the night, but most of those have been garbage time turnovers. As we're entering the final minute of play here in the fourth quarter, with Houston still enjoying the big lead. Lucius Jackson inside is open down low. His teardrop over Hayes is no good. Jackson looking for a call. That's not going to happen in the final minute of play. Smith with the rebound. And Houston brings it back the other way. We'll burn some clock. 2 on the shot clock. Hayes is going to have to pull the trigger quickly. And it's another shot clock violation. And now Newland wants to get out of the game. They'll bring DeLay back in. He's had a minute to cool his heels and cool his jets. Everybody on Philadelphia is good. They get it to Foster on the outside. Foster is going to pull the trigger from 32 feet away, actually 15 feet away. It's off the rim, no good. Rebound is taken by Hayes. That's a double-double for Hayes. And Houston is just going to hold the ball at this point. Egan will hold the ball. Nobody picks any fights, and that is your ball game.
Philadelphia 104.
Wow, fans, what a ball game is. Philadelphia manages only 41 points in the entire second half. Houston scored 42 in the third quarter alone, and Houston wins this one going away. Your star of the game, gosh, everybody on Houston did well. Murphy got the Rockets off to a good start, did most of his damage in the first quarter. In the first half, Tomjanovich was steady throughout, 22 points, 9 rebounds. Hayes came on and did his work in the second half, mostly in situations where the game was already decided, but he ends up with 19 to go with 10 boards. 10 rebounds off the bench for Dick Cunningham, helping Houston to a substantial advantage on the glass, 51-32. For Philadelphia, they got 3 guys up over 20 points. Rule with 25. He did most of that in the first half. Cunningham with 21. Fred Foster with 20. Most of that in the second half. Let's see if we have by quarter. Yeah, it was Murphy with those 16 in the first quarter that got Houston off to a good start. Lance took over in the second quarter. Hayes did a lot of work in the third quarter, and that's when Houston took control of the game, and Hayes did a little more down the stretch. And Tomjanovich, solid, contributed significantly in all 4 quarters for Houston, which is what you would expect from a player of the caliber of Rudy Tomjanovich. Always a very consistent presence. Cunningham got off to the awful start for Philadelphia, came on in the second and third quarters, scoreless in the fourth, as really only Foster was effective in the fourth quarter for Philadelphia. So that is your ball game. Your final score, Houston 130, Philadelphia 104. The Epic Basketball League will be back on the air next Friday night. And I have a game picked out. Let's see who we have picked out for next Friday night. Hopefully it will be a more competitive contest than what we saw here this evening. But thanks to SGG Replays and Philip Reynolds for stopping by tonight. Next week's ball game will be Chicago and Milwaukee and New York. We're going to play Milwaukee and New York for our game next week. As Milwaukee is in a battle to stay out of that relegation spot. And New York still making some noise trying to move up the ladder in the gold division. So once again, thanks to those who stopped by tonight, Philip and Kent, who gave their insights, and we had a few other folks in and out of the chat room, it looked like, throughout the game. But once again, from Houston and from the Dave Cave, this is Dave Little signing out. That's our stream, and I am out of here.